Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back with another video. I recently read that I forgot that it was India's Independence Day today, so I read about something about India's independence. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, which reminded me that it's the date is today. I thought it was on the 26th for some reason, but anyway, I hope everyone's well wherever you are, as I say, and happy Independence Day for India and all those who celebrate it, and all people of Indian descent around the world who celebrate it. I would say, or those who support India and fans of India and friends of India and whatever. I hope you're doing well, as I say, and I hope everyone's doing well already. But yeah, so this video is about some ideas to hopefully benefit India and its economy, especially for India's Independence Day and just generally for the future. So I hope people out there enjoy it, especially those of Indian descent or people just generally. And as ever, I'd love to hear your own ideas, suggestions or points or whatever. And here goes. So yeah, some of my ideas, I'll say, for hopefully benefiting India and its economy as much as possible. So number one, number one, I would love to unite India together as much as possible and help them to network together and look at how Indians can work together, maybe even Asians generally, for the benefit of each of their country, and maybe even celebrate each other's Independence Day, different countries within Asia to unite as much as possible, which I've talked about before. I'd love to unite Asia as much as possible, and again, I'd love to see India somehow be united, which it's hard to see because of the divisions between different religions and all that. But I'd love to see the general populace, moderate people of all different faiths and backgrounds coming together and working together to support each other, cut crime, and just generally benefit the economy together as much as possible, and also to support India's projects. I'd love to, as I said before, I'd love to recreate the East India Company, but this time for the benefit of India and for people to support Indian industry together, and maybe even they could network together and talk about how they could create jobs and investment in India and things like that. So companies like Reliance Industries and Tata and companies like that, how people could support them and Indian industries generally. Number two, I would love for people to learn about India and Indian history and culture and things like that, and facts about India, people around the world to learn about India, and also to bring together the allies of India and supporters of India to look at how they can benefit the economy. Obviously, coronavirus unfortunately scuppered a lot of my plans and dreams, but hopefully in the future people can meet up and discuss ideas, in this case to benefit India as much as possible, look at how, again, to benefit India's industries. As I said, I'd love to recreate the East India Company, but this time for the benefit of India and or even Asia generally, but and also help India to network with other countries that were colonized and build allies or build bridges between different Asian nations, which I hope to come to, and also African countries and different countries that were colonized, working together, look at what they have in common, the fact that they were colonized, and how Indians could perhaps teach people across Africa about technology, and create the AIT, African Institute of Technology, and in return African countries could support Indian industries, as I say, companies buy Indian items or goods or services or things like that. So I thought also another name for the East India Company could be the Jai Hind Company, because Jai Hind, I think, means long live India. So it could be Jai Hind could be a brand name to promote Indian industry and enterprise and support the economy and look at ideas to support the economy. And I'd love to support Indian YouTubers and Indian channels to do with YouTube, like Carolina Goswami's channel, which is about, I think she's actually Polish, but she's married to an Indian guy, and she's learned a lot about India and many of the positive things about India, and she's really passionate about India. So please check out her channel, which is India in Details, but also other Indian YouTubers. And please, if you're an Indian YouTuber, please post your link in the comment section below, and hopefully we can support each other as well. Number three, I would love to look at how India can work together, to promote human rights and freedoms, and learn from other countries about human rights and rights of minority groups, including women as well. Or I suppose they're not really a minority, but disadvantaged groups, perhaps, like the dalits, poorer people and things like that. Look at how they can have freedoms and human rights as well, and that sort of thing, and work together. I think it's a shame Indian politics politicians, like many countries, are like, or probably all countries really, are divided. But it'd be great if they could like work together, not just for their own party, but for the good of the whole country, for the whole of India, and again maybe even all of Asia together, and like work together and talk about ideas, putting their differences aside, talk about what's best for the good of the country. Again, promoting human rights and freedoms, animal rights, welfare, sympathy, empathy, and things like that. Number 4, I would love to see India cut crime and have like I think India probably does have quite like low crime rate, but I'd love it to see India cut crime as much as possible, like also corruption and things like that, and which obviously is a form of crime, but also like violence and division, and somehow work together to like have anti-violence and things like which Gandhi and people like that preached in the past as well, funny enough. But yeah, I'd love to see them be united as much as possible and work together for the greater good and of India. And again, allies could perhaps support India and look at how to make peace between other Asian nations, and allies like India being part of a group like with Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore, and other Asian nations, but especially those 3, and also like forming a Chindian partnership between China and India. And I even have another outlandish dream about India being part of, also having improved relations with African nations as well. But I think it'd be great if India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh somehow work together. I know that's a bit of a controversial idea, but because they're all what I would describe as brown countries, but I know there's a lot of division between them. But I think it'd be great if they could put their divisions aside and like work together. Number 5, I think it'd be great if India could talk about its goals and how they could work with countries like China and their neighbours. As the saying goes, everyone needs good neighbours. So I think it'd be great if they work with other Asian nations to improve relations with the rest of the world as well, but especially with Asia or the rest of Asia and even Africa, as I say, colonised countries, and look at what they have in common, how they can work together on shared goals about improving their economy, and helping China and India to work together instead of being divided, and support each other as much as possible. Number 6, I would love for Indians to support Italian football. Again, Indians and other Asians generally to support Italian football, and maybe even companies like Reliance Industries, Tata, and companies like that, supporting Indian supporting Italian football and investing in Italian football, and also maybe even like say another crazy dream I have is like as many Asian companies or businesses and all that, or even entire governments in Asia investing in Italian football. And number 7, similar for Celtic. And again, I would love for God to bless all of Asia as much as possible with like good weather and to be healthy and things like that. Sorry, one of the disadvantages of doing live videos. As I say, I'd love for God to bless Asia as much as possible. And again, I'd love for Asians to invest in Italian football, but also in Celtic, as much as possible. I'd love to see Celtic have loads of investment, as well as fans, supporters groups, and also both Italian football and Celtic, as I say, to have fans or supporters groups, and also even academies across Asia as well. And so it would be a mutually beneficial thing. Number 8, again, I would love for people to talk about some of the things they think, or maybe even cover some of the negative things as well, but mainly positive things about India and the rest of Asia, like the work ethic, the entrepreneurialism, and that sort of thing, how hardworking Asians are, and that sort of thing, and again, how industrious and entrepreneurial they are, if I can pronounce the word, and that sort of thing, and how they model minorities in many countries, and again, like people talk about what they love, mainly what they love about. Maybe in the future, if I could, I would love to. Obviously, again with coronavirus, this makes it difficult, but I would love to do some of these videos. What a lot of channels do, which are like street interviews, where people ask people questions on the street, like maybe even like some of the things they think are negative, but also obviously, as I say, especially positive about India and other Asian nations as well. And maybe make videos like this in the future for other Asian nations on their Independence Day as well. Number 9, I would love to support and celebrate Indian poetry, art, creativity, and different projects generally across India and again the rest of Asia as well. And number 10, I would love to support the poorest 10% of people across India and again Asia, people like the Dalits in India, and also youth and how we can create opportunities for young people to take risks and set up their own businesses and create opportunities like employment and general support. And again, like supporting the 10% poorest people, and also supporting women and girls in terms of things like STEM training, entrepreneurship training and stuff like that, providing mentors, teachers and trainers and that sort of thing. And hope you enjoyed this video, as I say, and I am out. Peace and love.